Hello, everyone. Thank you very much for watching. I'm just checking my Facebook to make sure I am going live here. 1 second. I'm checking. And let's see here. There I am. It's going live. Well, thank you very much for joining me today. So today we're going to talk about lead generation. I know I've had many videos on lead generation, but it's December 1st. And the last month of the year, 2020, will be behind us in just a few short weeks. So I wanted to make sure you all had this information top of mind, because come January 1st, January 2nd, January 3rd, for whenever anybody starts working in real estate, the beginning of the year, spoiler alert, there's going to be some agents that have zero business, no income, nothing coming in, not working with any clients. Yes, that happens. Or let's step up a notch. There's going to be agents that have just one client, two clients that they're working with, and they just don't know what spring will hold for them, or they have no listings. All their listings sold, they have no listings. They might have one or two buyers, and they're wondering what's going to happen for the new year, and they just hope that some of these people they've been talking to come back. Yes, it happens every year. So there's a few things that you got to keep in mind. So you're starting now. You're starting conversations now and things that you're going to do to make sure that the year starts off and you have active clients, you have plenty of things to do. I would love everybody to be at their point where they are I have too many clients, and especially our Century 21 HomeStar agents are calling me or our office up and go, I need another agent to help me out with these buyers. I have another listing, and I can't take this listing appointment because I'm too busy here. I love those calls. We get those calls every week. I wish I had more of them, and I will help you to make sure you get so busy you're going to need help. So here's a couple things. So remember, start now. A lot of people just take off during the holidays. This is a perfect time of year. You should be working overtime now, because this is a time where you contact people and wish them a happy holidays. Don't just send out that holiday card. Hey, if anybody has a holiday list of family, friends, people that they send a holiday card to, and you don't call them right now to wish them a happy holidays and also remind them you're in real estate, you're wasting your sphere of influence on just a card. So yes, sometimes some agents say, "Oh, this feels kind of salesman-y. I want to call. I want to really wish them a happy holidays. I want them to think that I'm trying to sell them something." No, send them the card. That's the happy holidays. The call is the business and happy holidays. So think of that. If you have anybody on some type of holiday list, and anybody that sends you a card, and you're not sending them a card too, they're on your database. Put them on your database. Send them a call. Make a call. Send them a card. Put them on your database. These people actually like you, and it doesn't matter that if there's a business, if it's your dentist, your landscaper, your whoever it is sending you a card, you're on their database. You should be adding them too. So first thing to think about, I'm going to give you a couple things, but the first thing to think about is that you got to get over your fear of lead generation and making calls. You got to get over the fear. You got to master the phone, and you can't be in 2021. I don't want, if you've heard this term before, great. You don't want to be a secret agent. You don't want to be a secret agent, an agent that no one knows is in real estate. You don't want anybody that you ever met or ever have known or are friends with, relatives, acquaintances, clients of, that they don't know you're in real estate. And don't just assume that they know that if you haven't reminded them and haven't had a conversation with them. So here's about 5 things to think about on making calls having conversations with people is number one. You have to schedule it. So I'm going to give you 5 things, and I've said these things before, but I need this to be on top of your mind. So if you hear me repeat myself in a lot of my videos, I do that a lot. So I'm not going to give you one video of lead generation 3 months ago and not say it again now. You know why? Because repetition. If you're listening to this, you might not be doing it. So I have to put this in top of your mind often. So number one, write this down. You have to schedule it. You have to have a schedule and let everybody around you know. Everybody has to around you know. If your friends, your family, anybody that would be taking up your time during your time, if you're making calls from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m., who is constantly interrupting that time? You have to let everybody know this is my lead generation time. This is my money making time. This is how I'm growing my business. You've got to let me make my calls during this time. You got to shut off your phone for incoming calls or for people you know. You got to set up auto text that says you're on the phone, you're working. Do whatever you need to do. You got to schedule it. Number 2 is that you got to have some energy. You got to stand up. I stand up. I wish I could walk around doing this, but every day, all day long, when I'm on the phone, I'm standing. I'm walking around. It just gets my pump going. I'm not sitting in a chair. I'm not sitting on a couch. I'm not laying down. I'm always walking around my office. If I'm at home at nights and weekends when I'm making calls or helping agents, I'm always walking. It just gets the blood flowing. It won't get you tired. So that's number 2. Number 3, most important all the time, is you have to prep. You have to have a list. You have to have a schedule of who exactly you're calling that day. You can't just wake up that day, go, I'm going to make some calls. Who should I call? Then you're done. You've already missed the boat. You already didn't. You're not going to be as productive that day if you're just going to go, I'm going to log into my database and start thinking about who to call. You should already know. It should be scheduled. It should be in your database. It should be in your schedule. Somehow you got to figure out what makes you organized the best. I use just my schedule. It's in my schedule. So I'm calling this person here or there. A lot of you already know that. A lot of you who call me, agents that call me throughout the day, and hopefully a majority of our agents already know this. I get calls throughout the day, morning, and just calls because they need something right then and there. What do I normally do? I reply back while I'm on the phone usually and say, I have an opening in about 3 hours from now, because I have scheduled calls that I have to make. And of course, we have here at Central 21 HomeStar Agents, not to get off topic, but of course we have agent support in the office. My partner Brenda, Debbie, Julia, Carly, of other people in the office too that handle phone calls at a moment's notice for anything anybody needs. But for myself, and same to you, should have things scheduled in your day of what calls you have to make. So that, and be prepped. So that's number 3. Number 4, if you're a new agent and or just getting into it of making calls, prospecting, getting out there, don't practice. Start practicing on your clients. Don't just jump right into it. So all of our newer agents, or any agent that really wants to get back into it, and any agent out there, I'm happy to schedule some time with you and role play a little bit. And I love it. I love giving people those objection handling things that people are going to say. I've been in the business 28 years. I think I've heard almost every single objection someone could say, that I don't want to buy a house through you or sell a house, or what shouldn't give you a lead, or why should I couldn't give you someone else in my sphere to help you connect with them. I've heard pretty much almost every that I could think of on it. And I love to play the game. You want to give me stuff, I'll tell you what to say. So every couple times a month, I'm on the phone with agents and we're doing this. And I love, it's kind of game to me. Give me something. Give me something. Give me an objection. I will tell you right off the top of my head what you should say, or my suggestion what to say to get over that objection. I love that game. I wish you could make that into a game. Maybe you could make the real estate realtor board game and the cards are objection handling. I'm just coming up with that right now. So if someone makes that, I want a little piece of that. So So don't practice. Number 4 is don't practice on your clients. Don't just throw it out, because you might get some. If someone's picking up the phone, they want to talk to you. They're interested in something you have to say, especially if they have you programmed into your phone. So you don't want to practice on those people of like, oh, I don't know what to say, or oh, they want to buy a house now. What should I say? Things like that. And 5 and last is that you have to figure out what are you paying or giving yourself for doing this job? What I mean by that is I see it. I know a lot of agents don't spend a lot of time, enough time prospecting. If this was a paid job, like if someone said, I'm going to pay you $50 an hour to make calls, you do it in a second. But when it's yourself and you say, make these calls, and there's no exact paycheck after it, it's just building your business, and it's something that could happen, that will happen eventually, but you don't connect the two, so because you're not getting a paycheck, because a lot of people are on that mindset. It takes them a long time to get out of it, or they just don't have it. They just like, well, I'm not going to make calls or not make as many calls because I'm not getting really paid for it, which you are. And if you have that mindset, you will succeed easily in real estate. But maybe there's a couple things you can do. Maybe you pay yourself. If you saved up that money, you have that money, maybe that's how you earn your income. Wow, would that be a crazy idea? Imagine this. You get commission on a check, you deposit it. You can't take that money out without prospecting. You pay yourself, I don't care, $50 an hour. Pay yourself $20 an hour, whatever you think. But you can't take that money out and spend it right away. You have to prospect for the next client. So many times agents get that money, they deposit it, spend it. Because as soon as they get that money, they think the job is done. The job's not done. That client's done. Now invest that money to get more business. And how you invest it in yourself. So that's a neat way to do things. Is anybody doing that? Very few agents are doing that. They get their commission, they spend it, and that's how they think that the end of the line of getting a closing, that's when they could spend their money. Don't. That's when you deposit your money. Just like a business. Any business, you can't, every time income comes in, just imagine any type of business, they can't spend all of that income. That's gross income. So any good agent or successful agent, business, a team, or even individual agents never just deposits their money and spends it. They come up with some type of salary to themselves, an expense list. But most agents I know are just commission, spend, commission, spends, commission, spend. So think about that. When commission comes in, deposit it. Now that's gross income to your business. Do not spend it all, or your business will have no money and no savings. Come up with some type of pay to pay yourself, and pay yourself an hourly rate. That might give you something to prospect more and build your business more. You got to figure out something. If you can't just do it on your own and know that it will eventually get you to a place where you want to be, then maybe you have to pay yourself or give you something of value to yourself to do the prospecting. Think about what's best for you. So that's it for today. I want to give you those 5 things to think about to help prospect, to help get you to where you want to be. Start thinking about it now. December 1st, it's the time. Don't let the holidays, the time of year where people want to connect with people, see how people are doing. This should be your busiest time, and you should be working the hardest now. So that's it. Remember, use me as a resource. I'll be happy to schedule time with you to do negotiation or problem solving and help give you scripts and ideas on what to say to people, and objection handling. I love that. So feel free to reach out to me. We'll schedule some time to do that, because December is my busy month too. I do not take any time off. I am here 24/7, almost 24/7 for everybody, and to help you build your business and have the next year start off great. So that's it. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you tomorrow at high noon. Bye-bye.